8 a.m. lecture again. Oh my god.
3 hour break in the middle of the day. Then 5 p.m. late. Hey, my sleep schedule is crying, bro.
I know, right? Why are we suffering? Let's fix it with data. So, what question should we ask the student?
I think we can ask when they are most focused, what time they prefer to have their lecture, what they hate most about the current schedule.
Maybe we can just use 75 sampling. Divide by faculty and years. No bias.
Okay, now we have all the data from the timetable feedback survey. Let's review it one by one. Who wants to start first?
Me. So I'll go first. Based on what I gathered from students in Faculty of Computing, most of the students are most productive around 10 a.m. since the average waking time is 7:30. So it would make sense to feel more energized around 10 a.m. class instead of an 8 a.m. class because students tend to feel sleepy after just waking up.
That's a good insight. How about you, Aman? What did you get?
I think this was a nice idea. And for my analysis, I know that we can see at the most hated class time, which is on 8 a.m. class because it's on the early morning. So students usually difficult to wake up in the early morning. So maybe they did not have in effort in their starting day to go to the class. And furthermore, we can see at 5 p.m. and later is 25%. And this late session interfere with student evening routine, jobs and family commitment. So we can see all students have another commitment such as their join another program. They have like maybe have some student have doing part-time work, maybe, who knows. And then for the 20% is 3 hour gaps between classes, which is students often find the wasted time unproductive and inconvenient, especially when there's nowhere comfortable to wait. And next, we have 15%, which is back-to-back labs, which is lab session can be mentally and physically exhausting. Like, sometimes we have 3 hours and students have little time to recover, grab a meal or prepare for the next lab. And for the 5% is weekend class because for the weekend class is generally unpopular as they interrupt rest time and personal. They have their another thing maybe who some students have need to go to outside the campus, have their family matters. And last but not least is night class, which is also 5%. This night class may be in the late into the evening, so can be tiring and unsafe for student commuting home. So the conclusion is understand these pain points can help us advocate for more student-friendly scheduling, reducing or eliminating the most problematic time slot where possible, and also can improve student certification and performance in their study. So how about you guys?
Yeah, I agree of what Aman say about the most hated class should be 8 a.m. class. And I would like to hear from Max. I think you have something to share about your data as well.
Yeah, my findings is quite similar to what Aman, Aman got. because this data clearly suggests that early mornings and late afternoons are not working for most students. And we can see that only 6.9% prefer 10 a.m. and just 4.2% want classes at 4 p.m. And based on this data itself, it's not about the matter of preference. This data reflects energy levels and focus of our students. So all of our qualitative data backs this up that students feel sluggish in early classes and drained after 4 p.m. So the question is, why are we still scheduling so many 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. classes when the data says otherwise? So what do you guys think?
I think we should create a new timetable that maybe we can use all the data that we have collected to create an optimized timetable. So what do you think about it, Kevin?
Very interesting. So now we all have supporting data that shows that our current schedule sucks. We should propose a better alternative for timetable.
Yes, absolutely. I will have to search the available time and courses available.
And I'll help to create an aesthetic timetable to suit for this data. So I think we all will gonna work on creating an optimized data. Do you guys all agree?
Yes, together we can solve this great timetable dilemma with statistics.
Yeah, it's statistics.
With statistics.
With statistics.
Come in.
Sir, I have something to show you. Wait. Assalamualaikum and good morning, sir. I know you are very busy, but there is something very important that I need to tell you. What's the situation? You know what? We asked over 200 students to tell us which class, team, times they do it. You know what came up? I want to show you the slide that I made. And the data that I collect. So this is the data that we can see the most hated class. So as you can see, the most hated class is 8 a.m., which is the most nightmare for the student to wake up in the early morning to have a class on the early morning. And next, the second most hated time for the class is 5 p.m. and beyond, because at this time our brain is on the dead zone. And lastly, 3-hour break is very torture for us to come to class at especially physical class. So how about your opinion, sir?
So, why are you trying to propose?
This is when they actually feel productive, like around 10 a.m. Maybe it's a good time to change the class to 10 a.m. because the student need to wake up in the early morning and go to the class every day. So we are built a new model, a timetable that work with students, not against them. Same total hours, same structure, just master. Class start at peak energy time, get minimized, let's speak properly. It isn't just picking a student, it's a solution to student burnout, poor attendance and disengagement.
You put a lot of work into this. How did you come up with this?
Sir, with statistics, sir, of course.
Alright, I'll take this to the board. Prepare, perhaps this might change everything.
That's all I hope for, sir. Thank you.
I thought statistics just a number. Turns out it's helped me to get more sleep.
Certified sampling is the goal.
Now I get how powerful the data collection is.
Descriptive stats and visual help us to convey someone important.